faster. The leaks are here. The leaks are here. And I'm going to jump right into this motherfucking leaks. But before I do that, please, if you enjoy this content, after watching this video, do me a massive favor and slap a like on it. Like goal is going to be 42069. Alright, now these leaks actually come to us courtesy of dailymail.co.uk, but I'm actually having to source them from the House of the Dragon subreddit. The main reason being is because the dailymail.co.uk has a million fucking ads on the page, and I'm not trying to deal with that shit. So, this is the House of the Dragon subreddit, and someone has beautifully compiled these images together for me to traverse them. Alright, jumping right into it, the very first image that we have. Actually, no, this is like maybe the 7th or 8th image, but regardless, this is Alicent. This is, oh, shit. This is Alicent Targaryen. Alison Targaryen. Well, she is a Targaryen. This is young Alicent Hightower and young Rhaenyra in their set dress. This is obviously the flashbacks because that's Emily Carey. And I'm assuming the other one is Millie. Problem is we can't see her face, but that's definitely Emily Carey. From the first image. And it looks as though she's in a, like, fabulous House Hightower freaking wagon. I've never seen anything of the likes. It's, like, fully metal, aluminum. It's gorgeous. Look at that fucking thing. What the hell is that? Doesn't even look like it's from Westeros. But, woo! Here we are. We've also got some Targaryen soldiers, some Hightower soldiers. Fuck me, man. Look at this. That dress looks amazing. And this is just the beginning. This is the beginning of many scenes that will be filmed. I can't fucking wait. I'm pretty sure right here, this is the image that everyone is gonna be going nuts. You probably saw it in the thumbnail. This is Rhaenyra touching her dragon, CARAXES, baby. It's like we got a wagon with a bunch of bones in it, and I feel like this is like, that's like part of kind of the dragon feeding party. Obviously, we know that Rhaenyra and Alicent don't get along, but they're like part of the King's Companions party. There's several wagons, Hightower soldiers and Targaryen soldiers. We've got Graham McTavish, who's supposed to be playing a Hightower soldier. We don't really know exactly who he's going to be, but, he kind of looks like he could be maybe the commander of the Kingsguard. That armor looks pretty fucking spectacular. One of the main reasons why I say that is because you can kind of like zoom in a little bit. It's not going to let me do it here, but when I blow this up and I zoom it in on my shit, I wonder if you guys can see that. Can you see that? Oh, you can kind of see it, but right about there, can you see my mouse? That is a Targaryen sigil. Now, Kingsguard Armor is fucking badass, and this is, 200 years before the main series, so obviously it's going to look a bit different, but if you look behind our boy Graham McTavish, that's a barrel full of bones, charred bones. I would say that there might be a dragon who might be, wreaking havoc on a certain part of town, and maybe Rhaenyra is called to sort of cull CARAXES and like, hey, your dragon can't eat everything. Oh man, like, jeez, this is fucking exciting. We've been waiting for this for 2 years. Then this looks like another image. It's clearly another Targaryen horseman. It's Graham McTavish again and his Kingsguard armor. Then an aerial shot. Those are the Targaryen soldiers back there in the upper hand right, and this Graham McTavish over here. It looks like that could be Rhaenyra. I wonder if her dragon's not actually present in this scene, like just being CGI reflected off of this screen right here. This would be an interesting sort of meeting if this is like the first scene that we get to see of Alicent and Rhaenyra. Maybe Alicent is making her way into King's Landing and Rhaenyra comes swooping in on her dragon or something, and the Kingsguard, Graham McTavish, comes running up like, no, your grace, don't, the queen's right here, don't, your grace. And then maybe it's like a scene of Rhaenyra and CARAXES sort of like fucking around and goofing off and maybe playing a prank on little Alicent there. I don't know. We'll see. Then we got another shot of what appears to be some darker colored individuals, individuals with darker colored garments. Those wagons aren't clearly as bright as they were before. These look like they're very similar to those sort of funeral attire images that we saw when the show first started filming way back in April, I think it was, maybe even May. And then the last image from this first set is what appears to be a High Garden soldier running and picking something up from a cameraman. So that's obviously not going to be on scene. This is just it's so much to take in. Who the fuck are these guys back here? That kind of looks like a fat version of Dora. And then like an older version of Jon Snow, or maybe even Dan and Dave. That looks like Dan and Dave right there. The guy. I don't know. All right, so continuing on here, we got more pictures, baby. We got more of them, and I know this is like, I literally woke up. I still have my morning coffee. I woke up like 20 minutes ago, and I saw this, and I was like, dude, I gotta fucking make a video on this. Then we have the part 2. These are very similar images to what we had just seen before, where you have Alicent and Rhaenyra. Obviously, Rhaenyra is with her dragon. It's going to be amazing to see her dragon on screen. This is another close-up of the guy I said looked like Dan did. Another close-up of those two. Looks like this scene is going to be pretty interesting. We're going to meet several different characters. We're going to get to see a part of Westeros. This person looks as though they've been burned. Their hair is completely gone. Now, not saying that we've never seen anyone in Westeros with a shaved head, but typically, like, Daenerys goes into the fire with her egg, she loses all of her hair. I don't know why the show decided to not do that. I mean, obviously, that dude with a bald cap would look ridiculous, but this dude has probably been involved with some dragon attacks. I'm assuming his whole herd of sheep has been destroyed. That's why those wagons have bones in them that are charred. That's why he looks like he's been burned partially. He's probably holding that stick because it's the last, like, remaining part of his, like, shepherd kind of ordeal. Maybe the stick at one point looked different. Maybe we'll see these characters in episode 1. Then Rhaenyra gets summoned to King's Landing, and in the process, her dragon just kind of... The dragons at this time in Westeros, you gotta understand, Daenerys, she didn't have control of her dragons really at all. She kind of did towards the end, but we got to see privy to it when she's in Marine, and like the farmers bring up, one guy brings up his daughter's charred bones, another guy brings up their sheep and stuff. Like dragons, just her 3, sort of ransacked and pillaged the surrounding lands where Daenerys was over there. So that was 3 of them. 1 Targaryen. Imagine 30 Targaryens, 20 dragons, and they have free fucking reign because the Targaryens are in power in Westeros at this time. Just imagine the amount of shit these dragons are gonna do to the land, right? It's gonna be gut-wrenching to watch. And I think this guy is in one of those scenes, maybe even one of the very first episodes, and they could actually use this scene to sort of make us feel for Alicent. Because remember, Alicent is a cunt. She usurps the Iron Throne. She puts her son on the Iron Throne. So if they want to make it equal, because no one person is black or white, we're all gray down the middle, baby. You do bad things, you do good things. You do bad things, you do good things. So maybe they could use this scene as sort of sympathy for the Greens, right? So these kinds of scenarios are happening all over the 7 Kingdoms. And to be honest, the blacks, Rhaenyra, the Targaryens, the dragons are responsible for this, right? So they're not telling their dragons to do this, but they're also not controlling them enough to not have them do this. This will be part of the reasoning that Alicent will use. We need to put my son Aegon on the Iron Throne. He can control his dragon. This is what Rhaenyra's dragon did. She murdered all of these people. Her dragon just is all willy-nilly. Aegon controls his dragon. You know what I mean? It could... can't wait. Continuing on here, we get a zoomed-out shot. Obviously, this person, with that like sort of dumbfounded look on their face, they're watching a dragon destroy everything precious to them. That's what I see on that face. And it looks like we might have some brand new Targaryen armor that I've never seen before. Although that doesn't look like a sigil. That kind of looks like a weirwood tree with a blood red backdrop. I'm gonna do some research on sigils from the books and see what house that could potentially be. You all let me know down below in the comment section. And then continuing on here, here's that bag of dragon bones, and there's very clearly a Targaryen banner up here on the left. And like I said, these look like animal bones, so this is sort of like the feeding wagon for Rhaenyra's dragon. All right, and this is, just another panned out shot. It looks like there could potentially be some Targaryen youths there. We don't have any close-ups yet. Going back to the main page to see if there are any more set pictures that have been leaked, and there have not. So this seems like a really, really good point to wrap this video up. I've been doing it for about 9 minutes and 27 seconds. I want to thank you all so much for watching. If you could, please do me a massive, massive favor. If you enjoyed this content, slap a like on this video. The like goal is going to be 69 for a 20. I want to thank you all so much for watching. And also, Game of Thrones is having a convention coming out in February. And it is the first officially licensed convention from HBO, from Game of Thrones. So imagine the talent and the stars that are going to be there. Like, they got to get Kit Harington or Emilia Clarke. Dan and Dave, George R. R. Martin, these are top tier people. I cannot afford to do it. As you can see, my YouTube videos barely struggle to get a few thousand views these days. That equals to like 50 to 75 cents of ad revenue per video. So it's literally impossible for me to go to this trip. All I'm saying is if you enjoy this video and you want to see what it's like at the convention, you can't afford to go to yourself, check out my GoFundMe. Drop a few dollars in there, and I want to make this happen. I'm saving every penny. I want to go to this thing so bad. So, you know, if you want to show some extra support, check that out. It's linked down below in the description. But I'm going to get the fuck out of here. I want to thank you all so much for watching. I will obviously be doing a follow-up video when more of these pictures come out. My name is Mark, and this has been Sir Hunt's Long Night Reviews. Zaldrizas pos dar Ixos da or.